Hi, in this session I'll explain about meta tag in HTML. Meta tag is mainly used to provide metadata or information of the document to the crawlers or search engines, sometimes to the browser and sometimes to some external web services which might access the document or the web page. Meta tag is represented by meta, which is a single or empty tag, and has to be always in the head section, that is between opening and closing head tags of the HTML document. Meta tag mainly works with attributes name content pair or HTTP equi content pair formats. Content attribute always takes some text as the value and it's a required attribute. Its value depends on the value of the other attribute. These are the formats of name content pair and HTTP equi content pair. Now let's assume that I want to describe meta tag for a blog which is about web and mobile technologies. Based on this assumption, I'll explain examples of meta tag. Let me start with name content pair. Depending on the value being assigned to the name attribute, the value of the content attribute is decided. Now if the value is keywords for name attribute, this is to inform search engines that what is the site about. As we assumed, we are describing the meta tag for a blog with web and mobile development content. The content attribute will be assigned with values HTML, CSS, JS, PHP, iOS, Android OS as the keywords. This will help search engine to understand that this site is about these technologies. Now if the name is description, the search engine can pick up this description to show with the results of the searches. I have assigned Web 2.2 and mobile application development screencasts and content. Now this will be picked by the search engine and it can be displayed in the searches. If the name is abstract, we can assign a secondary description to content, which can be again picked by the search engine. If name is author, the content should contain the name of the author, which in case is Vygoma Technologies, as my site's name is Vygoma.tv. Now classification is meant to classify the site in a correct category. So this is for classifying the site. For example, if the site is about health, then the disclassification category disclassification will be health and medical or something like that. Now, copyright is for mentioning the copyright information of the document. Now, generator is usually meant to specify the name of the program that generated the document. For example, if the site is implemented on a content management system like WordPress or Joomla, the value for the content is automatically assigned as WordPress 3.1 or Joomla 4.0 or something like that by the system. So this is mainly to specify which program is generating the particular document. Now if name is Googlebot, this is specifically to inform Google search engine about indexing, archiving and link following rules. If the content is assigned no archive, this will prevent Google search engine for archiving the page. If the content attribute is assigned no follow, the page can be indexed but links cannot be followed. If it is no index, Google robots should follow links but not index the page. If it is no snippet, this will prevent Google search engine from saving the snippets and archiving the document. Name, this is meant for specifying the name of the document. For example, if we are on the home page or about us page or say contact us page, we can specify the name as some text value to the content attribute. Now, owner of the site or page can be defined using this particular meta tag format. Program ID is meant for defining the ID of the program used to generate the document. Rating is for web page rating if the web page contains adultery content. adult content, and then it has to be described here, or if it is a generic content, it can be described here. Now, reply to is meant to specify the reply email address of the contact for the document, and revisit after defines how much often search engine providers should revisit the site. And robots is for generic search engines, for example, almost all types of search engines, not specifically for Google or Yahoo or Amazon. It is meant to address all types of search engines, and about search indexing and link following rules. If it is all, if content attribute is assigned all, then robot should follow links, index and archive this page. If it is follow, then the search engine robot should follow links from this page. If it is index, robots should include and index this page. If it is no archive, this will prevent search engines from archiving the page. If it is no index, robots should follow links but should not index the page. If it is no follow, the page can be indexed, but links should not be followed. If it is none, search engine robots can ignore this particular page. So this was about name and content pair. Now next is HTTP equi and content pair. The HTTP equi can take the following values, which I'll explain, and based on which value for the content is assigned. Now if cache control is assigned to HTTP equi attribute, we can assign public, private, no cache or no store to the content attribute. Public means the page will be cached in public shared caches. Private means the page will be cached in private caches, and no cache means the page should not be cached, and no store means the page can be cached but should not be archived. Now if HTTP equi is assigned content language, then this is meant to specify the natural language or languages of the document. This is usually used by search engines to categorize the pages by language. So here in this case, I have assigned US English as the language content. It can be based on the number of languages being used in the website, we can keep changing the value here or keep adding the value. Now content type is to specify the character set of the character set for the contents of the document. Now if, for example, in this case the content attribute will be assigned text/html, as it is a HTML document, and char set is UTF-8. So next is date. This is meant to specify the date and time when the page was created, and expires is meant for specifying the date and time when the page is going to be expired. So the date and time in all these cases should be mentioned in this particular format, where first comes the day, next the date, month, year, and then the time. Last modified specifies the last modification date. Location specifies where to redirect the visitor. Refresh, this particular attribute is meant to define that the document will be after how many seconds the document is going to be refreshed or is going to switch to any new URL. Now if we assign just a numeric value to content, which is nothing but the seconds value, the same page will be refreshed and reloaded again. If we add URL also to the content attribute, the page will be refreshed and the new URL will be loaded in the particular page. Now, this is usually important. This is usually used when for example, if we change the domain name or we want to redirect the user to a particular page when the home page is loaded due to certain reasons, this attribute is used. Set cookie is to create a cookie which specifies a name and expiry date and value, etc. So this was the HTTP equivalent content pair, and this was all about meta tags and its attributes. So I conclude this session here. Please post your queries if any. Thank you.